Hey, welcome back to SkyTech. Pull up a chair, grab whatever you are sipping on, and get comfy because today is a really fun one. We are going to build a quiz app. You know the kind. A question pops up, you get 4 answers to pick from, you tap one, and at the very end, it tells you how you did. And here is the part that makes people gasp a little. You and I are going to build the whole thing without writing a single line of code. Not one. We are just going to talk to a helpful AI like it is a friend who happens to be really good at making apps, and it will do the typing for us. If you have never built anything in your life, you are in exactly the right seat. Seriously, the folks who feel the most nervous about this stuff usually end up loving it the most, because there is nothing quite like watching an idea in your head turn into a real thing you can tap with your finger. Now, if you are new here, this is season 2, where we build real working apps you can actually use and show off. This is episode 8, and it is a big one because we are meeting a brand new idea called logic. Do not let that word scare you. Logic sounds like something from a math class, but really it just means a set of house rules that your app quietly follows. Think of it like the rules on the inside lid of a board game box. When somebody rolls the dice, the rules say what happens next. Our quiz app needs its own little rule book too, and the fun part is that we get to write those rules in plain, everyday English. No brackets, no weird symbols, no secret handshake, just sentences. The same kind you would say out loud to a friend across the kitchen table. By the end of today, that scary word logic is going to feel as normal as the rules of tic-tac-toe. So let me ask you something before we start. A quiz app like this used to be a first-year computer science assignment. Students would spend a whole week on it, staring at error messages, pulling their hair out, sometimes crying a little bit. And now, here we are, about to talk one into existence in maybe 20 minutes. So is that cheating, or is that just progress? I have my own opinion, but honestly, I go back and forth on it. I would genuinely love to hear where you land, so keep that question in the back of your mind, because we are going to come back to it, and I want you to fight me on it in the comments. Okay, let us actually talk about what logic means for our quiz, because this is the heart of today. Every quiz needs to make a decision. When you tap an answer, the app has to ask itself one simple question. Was that the right one? Yes or no? That yes or no moment is logic. It is the app following a house rule that says, if the answer is correct, do this. And if it is wrong, do that. Picture a board game again. If you land on the special square, you draw a card. If you do not, you just sit tight. Same energy. Our app just needs a rule that says, if the tapped answer matches the correct answer, something good happens. And if it does not match, nothing happens. We just move along to the next question. That little fork in the road, the if this then that, is the entire brain of our quiz. Once you see it that way, it stops feeling like coding and starts feeling like writing the rules to a game you made up on a rainy afternoon. And that something good is scoring, which is our second new idea, and it is honestly the most satisfying part. Imagine you hired a friend to stand next to the quiz with one of those little clicker counters, the kind a bouncer uses at the door of a club. Every time you get a question right, your friend presses the clicker. Click, 1 more point. Wrong answer? No click. They just smile and wait. By the end of the quiz, that clicker number is your score. That is all scoring really is. A quiet little counter that goes up by 1 every time the logic says, yep, that one was correct. Nothing fancy, just a scorekeeper doing their job. And here is the beautiful part. We do not have to build that clicker from scratch or explain how counting works. We just tell the AI, keep a score and add 1 point for every right answer, and it hires the clicker friend for us. We describe the behavior we want, and it handles the boring details behind the curtain. Now, where do we actually build this thing? There are 3 friendly tools I want you to know by name, and any of them will work great for today. The first is called Lovable, the second is called Bolt, and the third is called Replit. They all do the same magical thing. You type what you want in plain English, and they build a real working app for you on the screen right in front of your eyes. Pick whichever one you like. I am not going to tell you which is best because, honestly, they are all wonderful for a beginner. Open one up, find the box where you can type a message, and let us get going. Here is exactly what I want you to type as your very first message. Word for word, you can copy this. Say to it, build me a multiple choice quiz app. Show 1 question at a time with 4 answer buttons. When I pick the right answer, add 1 point to my score. When I finish all the questions, show me my final score out of the total. Add a start over button. That is it. That is your whole starting prompt. Notice how I did not use a single techie word. I just described what I wanted like I was telling a friend how a game should feel. hit send, and then just sit back and watch it build. In a few seconds, you will see actual questions, actual buttons, actual everything right there on the screen. And you did that by typing a paragraph. Take a second to let that sink in, because that is genuinely wild. Quick pause, because I want to hear from you. Drop this in the comments right now. What is a quiz you would actually build? Like, what is the topic? Is it 90s cartoons? Or dog breeds? Or your friends guessing your favorite food? Just give me the topic in 1 or 2 words. I read these, and honestly, the ideas you all come up with are better than mine half the time. So go. One quick comment, then meet me back here for the fun part, which is fixing the stuff that breaks. Because something is going to break. It always does. And I need you to know that it's completely normal and not your fault at all. This is where the most important skill lives, and I call it the describe, look, fix one thing loop. It works like this. You describe what you want. You look at what the app actually did. Then you fix exactly one thing. Not 5 things, just one. Then you look again. Building an app is not one perfect magic sentence. It is a friendly little conversation, back and forth, where you nudge it closer and closer to what you pictured in your head. Small steps win every time. The reason we only fix one thing at a time is simple. If you ask for 5 changes at once and something goes sideways, you have no idea which of the 5 caused it. But if you change one thing and look, you always know exactly what happened. It is slower for about 2 minutes, and then it is so much faster forever. So let me tell you the one thing that almost always goes wrong with the quiz app, so you are ready for it and you do not panic. You will play through your quiz, get your score, feel great, and then you will tap that start over button, and your score will still be sitting there. It did not reset to 0. Your clicker friend forgot to reset their counter, so now you are starting the next round already up 5 points, which makes no sense. This is the classic quiz app bug, and it trips up real programmers too, so you are in very good company when it happens to you. The other version of this same hiccup is that every answer suddenly counts as correct, so you score a perfect round no matter what you tap, which feels great for about 3 seconds, and then you realize the app is just being way too nice. Both of these come from the same place. The app is not quite following the house rule you had in mind, so we just have to say the rule more clearly. Here is exactly how you fix it, and you are going to love how simple this is. You do not need to understand a thing about why it happened. You just talk to the AI again and say, when I click start over, reset my score back to 0 and take me to the very first question. That is the whole fix. Just describe the correct behavior in plain English, the same way you would explain it to a kid. Send that message, wait a few seconds, then tap start over again, and watch that score fall back to 0 like it should. When it does, I promise you are going to grin. That feeling right there is why we do this. So how do you know when you are actually finished? Here is your simple checklist, and you can just feel your way through it. Play the whole quiz from the top. Every question shows up one at a time. You have your 4 buttons. Right answers bump your score up, wrong ones do not. At the end, your final score shows up and it looks correct. And when you hit start over, everything goes back to 0 and you can play again clean. If all of that works, congratulations, you are done. That is a finished app. You built it, nobody handed it to you. And if one little thing is still off, that is not failure. That is just your next tiny sentence to the AI. Describe it. Look, fix one thing, look again. You already know the loop now, and honestly, that loop is the real skill you are walking away with today. Way more than any single quiz. Okay, before we wrap, let us circle back to that spicy question from earlier. And this is my second little ask of you. In one word, what is your verdict on building an app by just talking to it? Type either cheating or progress. Just that one word in the comments. I am personally team progress because I think the hard part of building was never the typing. It was having the idea and the patience. But I know some of you are going to fire back at me, and I want you to. Tell me why I am wrong. That is what makes this fun. Alright, that is our quiz app, built by 2 people who did not write any code, in about the time it takes to make a sandwich. If you had even a little bit of fun, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button, because it generally helps this tiny channel grow, and it means you will not miss what is coming. And speaking of what is coming, next time we are building something you will actually use every single day. It is called How to Build a Recipe Box App with AI. Save your recipes. We are going to make a cozy little home for all your favorite recipes, so you never lose Grandma's cookie secret again. Go build something today, even a tiny thing, and be proud of it. I will see you in the very next one. Bye for now, friend.